So we this is the game coming up this Friday night, 7 o'clock here at Ellis Field. Obviously, is it's a big game in the standings for us. It is a Western Division tilt because we play for Western Championship as well as a conference championship. The race is really tight, coming off of a really competitive week this past week, going into national top 10 RPI team at Mississippi State on Thursday night, and getting the win was a huge win for us. And then coming in and really playing well last night, doing everything except winning the game, a game that we should have won. Sometimes the numbers on the scoreboard don't match the way the game was played. We created a lot of chances. There's a number it's called XG, which is expected goals, which kind of comes up, and the XG of the game was 2.36 goals, which is what Texas A&M should have scored, compared to 0.56, which is less than about half a goal that Arkansas should have scored. But the score was 1-0 to Arkansas, which is kind of what is why we're kind of kicking ourselves today, because we had many great chances to win the game. And like a lot of we have 4 losses, and 3 of the losses were just like that our forwards muffed the chances and put a lot of pressure on our defense to play perfectly. And and we play really good teams. So like number 11 Arkansas. So tough one for us to swallow from last night, but we have another opportunity with Ole Miss, who is ranked in the RPI ahead of us. So a real opportunity to get another pelt and get a good result. The Turnip Gold is synonymous with gold being the color of juvenile cancer awareness. This is we're allowed to do one charity match, and ours is for cancer awareness for kids. I think that everyone is well aware of that. Breast cancer awareness is very well publicized, and we're obviously in favor of anything you can do to diminish the chances of cancer in women. But that is a well publicized and a very well funded program that is incredibly well funded compared to what juvenile cancer awareness goes. More than 90,000 kids a year die from juvenile forms of cancer, and we want to do our part if we can to minimize that. The women who have started the Turnip Gold Foundation are 2 Aggies who live in Houston. All the money that's raised for this stays in our Texas community. All the money raised, none of it goes for any kind of overhead. Everything stays for research, primarily in the Houston area with hospitals and science that is here. We've been really fortunate to work with these women, and all of the jerseys that our players will wear this game will be sold. We're also selling replica jerseys. Those have always sold out every game. So the gold jerseys in-game, as well as replica jerseys, that'll be sold online. You can go to 12thman.com and /Turnip Gold to get information on that. And again, 100% of those go to that particular fund to help in the fight against juvenile cancer. We're without a couple of our key players for the game against Arkansas. Carolyn Calzada, our fastest and one of our best defenders, was not in, and we're hoping we might get her back this week. Kate Colvin, who had scored a goal in every game that she had played this season, she missed both the games this past weekend. We're hoping that she might be back for us in the Ole Miss game this weekend, and then hoping that we'll have some of our other players that have missed the last few games back for this week as well. So I'll open up to questions. Travis?
We'll start in the front row with Travis.
Yeah, is there any common threads between some of the ability to have that last final touch and kind of how do you you coach that up or try to simulate those situations?
Well, we do a lot of finishing in training. We'll do about 700 times more in training this week, and it just kind of comes down to the issues that we keep pinpointing is we have to simulate more of the balls, the service, the types of service, and the clutter that our forwards are getting as they receive those balls, and just the ability for Miley and for Jazz and for the other forwards to be able to relax when they're in there. One of the great characteristics of our forwards is the way that they work. They work their tails off. They're really working hard, which of course raises our heart rate. But you've got to be able to relax and calm yourself to just be able to push the ball in the back of the net when those times come, because you're approximately 6 yards from goal. You have open spaces. Just to push that ball in is the key calm characteristic that we're looking for in those situations.
Back row, Tyler.
Yeah, I know you said the way the game went, you guys are kind of kicking yourselves, taking a loss with a game like that. But before conference play started, going 1-1-1 in these first 3 games, did you kind of take that? Where you guys are at? I mean, do you like, I guess, where you're at right now?
Well, we were on quite a run. I don't know, Thomas, we were on about a 7-game unbeaten streak coming into the game on Sunday, and really have been playing on a good run. Like I said, with the exception of the Florida State game, we've outshot, and it still continues that way. We've outshot everybody we've played. We've outplayed everyone we've played, and it's been kind of consistent throughout. So we're one of those teams that you really don't want to play, because eventually we're going to, our forwards are going to pull their head out and we're going to crush you, and it's going to be one of those situations where it is a situation where the team is playing really well. I was really proud of the fight in the team, because Arkansas is one of those teams that on Thursday night they played the number 5 team in the country in Alabama, and they absolutely crushed them 5-0. I mean, they battered the Tide and humiliated the Tide. And so at halftime of our game last night, we had outshot them 8-1, had held them to 0 corner kicks, and I don't remember that ever happening to an Arkansas team for the last 5 years. So that's the fight that our team put into it, and so I'm incredibly proud of the way that our team is playing, and the heart and the drive and the fight. It's just a matter of the last, it's like we're playing at Augusta. We're putting the ball within 4 inches of the putt, of the hole, and then we're hitting that putt 17 yards past the hole, and we've got to be able to just tap it in. Is where we are right now. So it's calm, it's cool, it's putting the ball in the cup. Is where we are right now, and it's well within us. It's just the last 4 inches to put it in.
Yeah, it was a 5-match unbeaten string, and then 8 conference regular season match unbeaten string.
So it's there. It's there. The players know it, and that's what we came out of the game from last night. Is, knowing that we can battle. The Mississippi State and Arkansas are 2 of the toughest teams, physically toughest, mentally toughest teams in this league, and you got to give them both those teams a lot of credit, because they're darn hard teams to play against, and our players stepped up and took the challenge, played really hard, played really well, and didn't back down at all. Texas A&M is known, soccer is known as a finesse team and a skill-based team, and we stepped up to we stepped up to go nose to nose with these particular teams. We were comfortable in being uncomfortable, and we're 1-1-1. We have 7 matches to go. All 7 of these matches can be really, really beneficial to us, starting with the match on Friday night. And we really look forward to the opportunity on Friday to get ourselves right back in the win column and do our march through the rest of the SEC schedule.
And then we got Ben on TV row.
Coach, I know just even watching the games, when the match is kind of going the way you're describing, it can, I guess, kind of be a double-edged sword. Just as a viewer, like on one hand, feels like a goal's on the way. On the other hand, the longer it goes and doesn't come in, I can only imagine as players just being like, man, we should be up. We should kind of done our job except for that last part. Do you feel like the girls are handling that, I guess, frustration well and channeling it in that positive direction, or how do you help them just navigate through that, being that it's been a theme?
Well, it is. It's one of those deals where you just kind of, you have to continue with the idea of, fighting off the noise in your head and understanding that you're doing all these things the right way and reminding yourself and feeding the positive thoughts that all these positive things that you're doing, all the right things you're doing are going to pay off. The football game on Saturday is a pretty good example. A&M's winning 6-3, and you can't give into the thoughts of what could go wrong. You've got to remember the things that are going right, and you're going to do the things that are right in the second half, not you're going to worry about what could possibly go wrong. And I think those guys took care of their business, and we've got to continue to take care of our business as we go forward.
That'll do it. Once again, we have the Aggie Soccer Hour tomorrow, 7 o'clock at Rudy's. I don't know the players yet, but I'll be there, and Coach G will be there, so come on out. And then Friday, Turn It Gold, Ole Miss, Ellis Field.
And again, that you can, if you can, put in your publications. So 12thman.com/Turn It Gold, and all those proceeds do go to help juvenile cancer research. Thank you.